Good afternoon, everyone. Hi, this is Tapashwini, and we are going to continue the topic, our orientation topic, which we left behind yesterday. Fine. So, optimizing your supply chain industry. So, let's understand whatever we have discussed yesterday. I think we have gained a lot of knowledge that what it says, then what is your, what do you understand by the supply chain? What do you understand by the value chain? Find what is the work of supply chain in the industries, in the manufacturing industries, right? And how we can optimize. Let's understand in today's topic. So agenda is supply chain optimization benefits, then how we are having the optimizing SAS analytics with the SAS, fine. Then what is the SAS intelligent planning? What are the early warning systems to strengthen the supply chain risk management? Then implementation of the supply chain optimization. Fine. So let's understand what is supply chain optimization. So supply chain optimization, we call it as the adjustment of a supply chain's operation to ensure it as its peak of efficiency. Okay, if you will see this design that we have made. So design, then planning, execution, right? So this will be a circular motion, right? This will be in a loop. Now, so such optimization is based on the certain key performance indicators that include the overall operating expenses and returns on the company's inventory. Fine. And the aim is to provide the customers with the products at the lowest total cost possible while retaining the highest profit margins. Fine. So to achieve these goals, whoever the managers are there, fine. So they have to balance the cost incurred in the manufacturing, in the inventory management, in the transportation, and in the fulfillment of the customer's expectations. Fine. So this supply chain optimization process, it begins with a systematic and in-depth analysis based on the forecast demand. Okay. So the steps that are involved in this optimization that are followed by creating a production and the inventory plan based on the existing forecast. Okay, so the entire exercise considers incoming the raw materials or the elements, the manufacturing processes, transportation, and the distribution. Fine. So during this step, the organization should also examine every possibility for the better e-commerce integration via the omni-channel strategies. If you have discovered, most of the companies work with the professional services providers or the consultants to implement the technology and the organizational changes necessary to achieve a tangible and a real world results. So let's understand about the three phases to a successful supply chain optimization process. So the three phases that we have, that is design, planning, and execution. Right? So whatever the pages that we have discovered here, one is your design, one is your planning, and one is your execution. Right? So design this page. Okay, what is the work of this page, or what is the purpose of this page? So this phase focuses on the network design process. Okay, so this page focuses upon the network designing process. Network designing process. Fine, such as take the example or of the location of warehouse facilities or the flow of the products to and from the suppliers and the customers, and including all the strategic objectives of manufacturing, including demand forecasting, supply establishment, planning, and scheduling. Fine. So coming to the planning phase, here what we have to do, this focus on creating a strategic deployment. Okay, so this focuses on creating a strategic deployment, planning inventory, and coordinating the assets to optimize the delivery of products, services, and the information. Fine. And this information should flow from the suppliers to the customers. Okay. So the main purpose of this phase is to balance the supply and demand. I will note it down. The main focus is to balance the supply and demand. It is the most important phase because all the plannings are done here itself in this phase. Fine. Now, coming to the executions after the network designing, then balancing the supply and demand, what we have to do after the designing and planning, we have to execute it, right? So this phase addresses all the execution-based applications and the systems such as the warehouse and the inventory management. Okay, it also includes the management of the transportation facilities and efficiency, and also the international trade management. Fine. It investigates the execution-based applications that play a support role in the supply chain process, including the real-time decision-based support systems, then supply chain visibility, and the order placement management. Fine. So this particular network that we have, this network is a whole, if you will consider, this is an ecosystem. Okay. This process is nothing but we call it as an ecosystem. Fine. So if or as this ecosystem grows, okay, as it will grow, so does the risk and the uncertainty associated with the activities across the supply chain. Fine. So the factors that affect the performance, it either may be internal or may be external. Fine. So they could be a competition driven or environmental. So considering all the wide range of factors, numerous supply chain models have arisen. The model which is an organization chooses, let's suppose there is a company and or an organization who is going to choose their model is completely based on the specific supply chain optimization issues that are business specific. Fine. So after this, let's understand what are the benefits then, right? We will speak about what are the benefits of the supply chain optimization. So the benefits are right here. Coming to the cost reductions. So with your supply chain optimization, many unnecessary cost, okay, many unnecessary cost that has been that is going to occur at the time of every phases, right? So that can be eliminated, streamlining the expenditures of the business operations. Fine. And all the repetitive or the ineffective processes can also be eliminated or automated as needed. So the focus can be moved to meeting the customer needs with the accurate deliveries. So with the supply chain cost optimization, a company can have a lower inventory, which helps free funds prevent the stock from becoming obsolete. Okay, so additionally, the supply chain infrastructure expenses can be better managed by the optimizing delivery processes, logistics, and the warehousing capabilities. Right? Now, coming to increasing the revenue and profits. So, with this supply chain optimization tools, the managers can get an insight into all the activities and open the work on speeding up the process. Okay, so the customer is more likely to be invested in the process, and also they can have a better experience. Fine. Also, the orders are accurately delivered on time, and the company become more responsive to the customer requirements. Okay, so in result, there will be a reduced investment to return on investment cycle, and there will be a quick settlement of the invoices, which supports the customer loyalty. Okay, now coming to the better supply performance, obviously digitizing the supply chain enable the access to the real-time insights into the supply chain. Okay, the supply's performance can be evaluated, which paves the way for improved performance where needed and rewards it to where it will be appropriate. Okay, so it lays the foundation for a system of continuous supply performance improvement that is very essential to the strategic sourcing decisions. Right. So coming to the next point that we have, that is enhanced supply chain collaboration. So the organization ecosystem that we have, okay, so that consists of what? Suppliers, partners, vendors, and all the interfaces that are connected to them. Yes and no. Right. So if we will bring all these utilities, all these entities together in a single supply chain optimization solution, okay, so this will enables us to do a better collaboration and the innovation, right? So every stakeholder can access the updated information, and as an integrated team, they can also make the smarter business decisions, supporting the better supply chain continuity and avoiding the risk. Okay, now integrating the supply chain management. So we can integrate and manage all the supply chain capabilities from a single point, right? If you are going to bind it together, right? So from a single point, we can integrate and manage all the things. Yes or no? So in this way, the companies can gather the insights on a host of elements that are the part of the supply chain system, and from its visibility to the sales forecasting, management of cash flow, then with the customer loyalty, with the timely delivery, and with the credit control also should be maintained. Right? So such end-to-end visibility of the whole supply chain system allows for a transparent operations. And including that, we have also they will get a better managing quality. Okay, so with the supply chain optimization techniques, the organization can be able to bring in quality at each stage, allowing for improved efficiency and the waste reduction. And this techniques also provides a foundation to support the supply chain planning optimization, ensuring the process which will follows the established quality standards at every stage. Fine. Now, coming to the optimizing analytics with the SAS. Okay, so how SAS is helping in the optimizing the analytics. Okay. So if you will see the first point that we have, that is integrating the analytics and the data management in the box. So have you ever heard about the Teradata Corporation, which is a global leader in data warehousing and analytics? Have you ever heard about that? Fine. So Teradata Corporation, as I discussed now, that it is the global leader in data warehousing and analytics, which offers an integrated environment with the SAS Analytics. Okay, offering the improved performance and an enhanced enterprise data management, which is required for today's leading edge and for the innovative companies. Fine. So the SAS managed server from the Teradata enables the SAS analytics to run in Teradata for data exploration, for data preparation, for model development, and for the model deployment. Fine. So in this way, it also extends the Teradata systems to provide end-to-end advanced analytics and the data management in a single and also in a compact system. Fine. Also, the SAS managed server from this Teradata is a set of nodes configured specifically for running traditional SAS analytics, and also can reside in any of the Teradata workload specific platform family. Okay, and this server consists of dual Intel 8 core processors, 24 one like 24 1 TB data drives. Okay, they also include the Linux operating systems with a 256 GB of RAM. Fine, and also so if this processor, this kind of configurations will be there for the processors, then obviously it is a power sufficient system, right? So the servers connect directly to the Teradata platform family via the BINET, providing a high-speed local access, local network access. Fine. So the solution is supported by the most trusted name in data warehousing, Teradata. Okay, so we have the enterprise guidelines, the read lines, not the guidelines. So the centralized data viewpoint capabilities, providing a centralized monitoring point for the entire Teradata ecosystem. Then the second one is connected via the BINET, which will support for the superior data access methods that is used inside the Teradata databases, and also for the easy administration via the centralized systems management capabilities. Right. So if we will talk about the optimized for the performance. Okay, so this first dual 8-core Intel processor for the parallel analytic calculations we have, then the flexible connectivity options to support a variety of analytic environments, then Teradata have a local large file system which is configured to support high IO workload that is required by the traditional SAS analytic processing. It has also the dedicated networks for the database transfers and the analytic data flow. Fine. Now, coming to a cost efficient, easy to govern. So the SaaS managed server is cost efficient and also easy to govern as it comes in pre-configured. Okay, that is ready to support the SaaS analytics out of the box. Fine. So it plugs into the Teradata common system management infrastructure. Okay, with the automated monitoring, so your system administrator never have to worry about the network engineering or the server placements. Fine. So the long-term benefits, okay, that we will get from the SaaS managed server is the a data management environment. As we know that it will be a supporting enterprise analytics where we can source our analytic and also the data warehouse platforms in one box, right? So leveraging the existing resources and the tools with no additional training is needed for the SaaS users. Okay, also for our DBAs, the system administrators, or the application developers, and also with the leveraging with the same data, with the data models, with the table structures, with the view, then we have the queries, and also the load programs. Fine. Now, coming to the end-to-end service support. So in addition to the hardware and software technology, so Teradata offers a full array of support advantages. Right. So let's discuss about what are the advantages that Teradata offers in addition to both hardware and software technologies. See, a single vendor for all your Teradata. Okay. Obviously, it will need a support. Right. So the industry certified, the regional and the global customer care centers it is providing, and also it is providing the collaborative support model spanning Teradata and the SaaS expertise. Also, it will provide the experienced service representatives that is dedicated to data warehouse support. Fine. Also, this has been tested and proven support processes. Fine. Now, coming to optimize for the SaaS analytics. So the SaaS managed server is optimally configured to deliver the benefits to your analytical staff and to your entire organization, right? So it includes the reduced time to market, effective efficient configuration. So what is this reduced time to market? So with the SaaS analytics that is running in the Teradata platform family, we can analyze more data faster, and also we can make data driven decisions. Okay, so we can ask and answer new and complex business questions without latency, and obviously we can apply the new insights to our daily operations. Fine. Now, if we will talk about the effective and the efficient configuration, so deriving the data-driven insights from for a high value and a time-sensitive decisions. Okay, so the integrated analytic environment allows the SAS and Teradata to run side by side. Fine. They also evaluate the test scenarios. Also, it will detect the changes in an unpredictable market. Fine. So once they will detect the changes in the unpredictable market, they will also make a timely recommendations. Okay. So from all this, the Teradata workload specific platform it will work specifically. Fine. Now coming to end-to-end capabilities, the Teradata and the SAS are highly skilled in a data management and the analytics. Right. So together we provide a comprehensive data management and the analytics lifecycle framework to help the customers with their big data challenges. Okay. Now integrating with the Teradata unified data architecture, which is a seamless fit into the Teradata unified data architecture, facilitating the data management and the analytic applications throughout the architecture. Fine. So this is your optimizing analytics with the SAS. Now, when we come up with the SAS intelligent planning, so first let's understand that what is this SAS intelligent planning. Okay, so the SAS intelligent planning is the ideal tool when the demand and the supply forecast and decisions such as the we termed it as replenishment. Okay, replenishment, then pricing or the promotions. So they are like disproportionately, they are disproportionately positive impact on the business and the upon also the financial success. Right. So the accurate forecast and the demand plans increase the revenues, and also they will improve the downstream decisions. Okay, so which in turn obviously it will impact the inventory levels and the availability, right? So even a 1% increase in the focused accuracy can yield a significant ROI. And a SaaS forecasting and the collaboration process also provides the much needed infrastructure and the automation, which in real will be able to reduce the cost and increases the effectiveness. Now, tell me one thing, that do these benefits require an implementation of SAS intelligent planning? So this is a question from my end, whatever we have discussed. So do these benefits, okay, require an implementation of SAS intelligent planning? So for your confirmation, of course, yes, because ultimately this is the goal when we want to impact the plans and the decision across the demand and the supply chains, right? So it is very desirable when business requirements and the financial performance demand it. Okay, it is feasible when the company has the analytics maturity to take on new challenges or will build the needed maturity during a phased implementation. Okay, so there are some companies, however, they are might be not ready for full SAS intelligent planning. So in this case, we have the final step in the intelligent planning, that is your demand and supply planning roadmap. So this roadmap will follows a carefully structured plan to provide the business and the financial value each step of the way without stepping out of bounds with the analytics maturity. Okay, so for better understanding, we can take the example that for a company who has some little skill, okay, or who has some little history of data exploration. So what it will do, it will prudent to start the journey with the SAS Visual Analytics, right? So as the capability ramps up, the company will continue along the business value roadmap, adding the analytics value and the maturity along the way. Fine. So depending on need and the capability, some may choose to start with the statistics, forecasting, or with the machine learning and the data mining. Okay. Or they may go straight to the intelligent planning. Fine. So whatever according to the business needs and the potential, okay, or whatever analytics mature, the organization will desire, and whatever the investment that they will wish to make, the City Global has a solution for you, for all this organization, and for the journey to the success. Right. So the SAS intelligent planning is one of the main solutions within the City Global's Easy Plan team. It is a modular suite of the products that enable the S&OP. Okay, the S&OP integrated business planning process, and also it includes the advanced analytics for both the demand and the supply forecasting, also with the demand supply planning and with the consistent management. uh, with the new product, we can tell it as the new product forecasting. Okay, the new product forecasting, then with the supply chain optimization, and with the advanced dashboards and reporting, including the SAS visual analytics. Okay, so these solutions include the award-winning access engines and the data quality to manage the source data to ensure the dependable results. Okay, so the forest accuracy is the key to the supply chain success. The poor forest accuracy leads to over or under supply, obsolescence, product snafus, excessive transportation expenses, and the poor marketing decision. Okay, and the poor marketing decisions. Now, so if we will talk about the financial planning that integrates and deploys with the workflow, the demand and supply chain in a friendly workbench environment. This also allows the demand planners and the supply planners to coordinate their efforts to enable the S&OP and or the IBP processes. Okay, so the demand supply plans can be expressed with different unit of measures and be converted to the financial plans in different currencies. Okay, it also provide a comprehensive reconciliations and indicate the profit and revenue planning as well as the price optimization. Okay, so coming to your early warning systems to strengthen the supply chain risk management, which include the inventory or the network optimization that uses the SAS award winning operations research. Okay, so this SAS award winning operation research, or the OR, is used to ensure the optimized supply based on the input parameters and the constraints, such as the forecast variance, the lead time, the various cost, shelf life, etc. And with this, also it is included that what if analysis and replenishment will do. Fine. So additionally, the network optimization can be enabled to ensure the optimized flow of the products through a multi-echelon supply chain. So with roughly of 90% of the world's goods that is shipped by the sea or to the Suez Canal is one of the most significant pinch points along the global supply chains. Okay, along the global supply chains. So its blockage ripple through the supply chain across the world. Fine. So if you will see here, so taking a granular view of supply chain risk, stability in a new supplier evaluation, then delving deep into the third-party supply relationship and constant monitoring and ongoing the evaluation. Right? Now, if I will talk about the implementation of supply chain, so it includes think global but act local. Okay, so what do this mean? So this aspect is important to consider when strategically examining supply chains or planning the value chains, right? We know the businesses need to start thinking about the global opportunities for procuring the goods and the services when working on their international needs. Okay, and also the manufacturers need to look into the various channels that is available to ascertain the supply chain processes ideal level of the inventories. Okay, so the companies need to consider their carbon footprint levels and work toward becoming a greener organizations. And when creating a supply chain, it is very important to optimize locally any investments in the key resources of the infrastructure, assets, or the technology. Right? Now, coming to focus on the core competencies, so many companies make the mistake of taking one more than they can handle. Many companies does this mistake. Now it is also they are doing this. Right? So in an ideal situation, shorter or an intense job should be done in the house with a longer repetitive task that should be outsourced to a third party. Fine. So this option is a very better value proposition for the long term, and focusing on the core competencies of your staff can make a world of difference to operations. Fine. So by improving the collaboration also between the manufacturer or the supplier and the retailer for demanding the database forecasting and the inventory management, organizations can also reduce the inventory and the built-in fulfillment rates and the product availability at the specific point of purchase. Okay. So the better will be the collaboration. Okay, so in a huge way, it helps to ensure that a company has a lean supply chain, which improves the margin and the profitability. So, according to the today's technology, that is enabling the several collaborative opportunities, such as mining the massive proliferation of data and using the computer power advances, having better connectivity to optimize testing in various fields. Fine. Now, if you are using the mobile-based technology, like mobile or the cloud-based technology that works toward improving the field sales, merchandising, and marketing. Okay, so the making the available information on the provenance, okay, or the origin or the contents of the item and the spatial information on demand, or with the localized content, or we call it as with your manufacturing methodology. Okay, so all this thing helps brands connect with their consumer directly. Right? So a company can attract the data from a range of places, including the point of sales or even with the social media. And this information helps the business identify changes in trends and the demands before they happen. Okay, so this knowledge helps the supply chain respond quickly to a sudden surge in sales, and it will help the organizations improving the service levels and organize the inventory to gain the optimal benefits. Okay, so such multi-channel programs can help in managing and changing the expectations from a supply chain forecasting and planning structures and enable them to make a responsive supply chain. Fine. So this is all about the complete session. Fine. So if you have any query, then you can please ask to me here, or else we will wrap up this session and we will meet again with some new topic, okay, regarding data science, regarding SAS. Fine. And yeah, we will be discussing a lot. We will gain some more knowledge what is going across the globe, okay, across different industries, and how our analytics or how our data science is giving the solutions to them also, we will understand. Fine. So till then, have a good day and bye bye. So thank you for joining the session.